But one warning, the first known hacker-caused power outage has occurred. So thousands of people in the Ukraine left in the dark, literally, after hackers infected the country's electrical substations with malware. Cybersecurity expert David Kennedy with me now. He knows how they did it. So, David, how easy would that be to effectuate here in the U.S.?
Well, it's actually pretty easy. What we call the industrial control systems, or what actually makes power for our grid, is actually very vulnerable, and it's been documented for a number of years that there's been issues with our power grid. So for hackers to actually infiltrate that, they've, the NSA, as well as a lot of the other government agencies, have said that Russia, China, and a lot of other countries have actually already hacked into the power grid. It's just a matter of whether or not they want to impact us or not.
So, David, I've also heard people say that in the U.S., our infrastructure is so old and creaky, and parts of it are actually very out to date, that in a weird way, it actually makes the U.S. harder to hack. It's sort of like electric windows versus ones you have to roll up. Is that true?
I'll be honest, it's actually harder for me as a hacker to break into stuff that's older, but at the same time, I don't know if that's necessarily true. It's actually a lot easier to kind of knock them out a bit when it happens. And that's 100% true to the fact that we're using ancient technology for these type of pieces of devices in our, what we call our SCADA infrastructure. But as hackers know and can infiltrate these, it's actually very easy to shut them down, to get access to these networks. And what's happening now is there's a lot of interconnectivity happening between, like, the internet, for example, and these systems, so it's much easier for hackers to have access to these type of things.
Do you mean that hackers are just sharing information? So that is to say, whoever brought down that system in the Ukraine may already be sharing his or her plans with others?
Absolutely. I mean, and hackers learn from each other, and this actual piece of malicious software has been known to be in existence since 2007. There's been upgrades to it and different changes and features and things like that, but it gets better and better over time, and hackers share those types of things with each other to get better at what they do in hacking as well.
All right, David, we want you to come back another time and explain exactly how they did it, because I'm curious. David Kennedy, in the meantime, thank you.